Hey guys, this video won't be like the last one. This will be talking about the things that happened while making my Doggy CFC Forgotten. The video for the bad ending for that map is up on the channel right now. And I have some important news about the true ending later on. Anyways, let's get into it. So first of all, the reason I started working on this map in the first place was because I saw a tutorial for a wall design. I'm not one to normally follow tutorials, but it was on my recommended and I got curious. I watched it, and liked the color scheme of one of the walls and thought it looked like the alley's map. I went into build mode and built a couple of the walls along with a road, and thought it looked cool. From there I mapped out what I wanted the map to look like, and put that frame into the game. The placeholders for buildings were big green boxes, and loads of people thought that they were just a design choice. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, at this point I had made it public as a watch me build and loads of people were joining. Once, when I got bored of the map, I hosted a building competition with my map in the background. I told the 5 or 6 of them to build me the best wall they could, and some of them did some really good ones. Eventually, the Watch Me Build just became a hangout, where people could talk with the entertainment of me building. I think I even saw a few people role-playing in the hotel section. The people were also very good playtesters as well. They saved me a few extra hours of work by finding certain problems with the links and parts of the map with clipping. I remember one day, I sat down to work on the map non-stop for about 8 hours. That day, I think I had around 25 to 30 players concurrently. I'm pretty sure the peak player count was about 35. It was top of the server list that day, so if you played build mode that day you probably saw it. I think that was one of the reasons another YouTuber joined the map, but I'll get into that later. Anyways, I don't think any other Watch Me builds have gotten that popular, which is cool. I think that means for that day only. Piggy Says was conquered. While I was making the map, loads of people were offering to help me build, and got mad when I said no for some reason. Most people would rage quit once they found out they couldn't ruin the map. I mean contribute to the map in a very meaningful way by spamming decorations. Look, I need to be honest sometimes, okay? I wanted to work on the map fully on my own, even if that meant it wasn't the best it could be. Sadly, some people didn't understand that. I remember there was one person who tried to insult me and the other players, so I had to kick him. You could tell he was young because he had 2018 in his username. He kept rejoining, and we all kept giving him second chances, but sadly he'd resort to insults every time. The funny thing is he would just stay in the game for a minute or so, before randomly insulting us. Eventually he got tired and left, but it was still funny while it lasted. There was one person who constantly complimented my builds, and genuinely seemed interested in it. He was in the game, while that other kid was, and got pretty defensive throughout the time they argued. I wasn't too mad about that, because it saved me time by not needing to constantly stop and start building. It also kept them occupied, so I just left them to it. Respect to that dude for not just having my back, but everyone's back. Loads of people were arguing in the server, but I'd only kick them as they did any insults. In my book, they were debates, not arguments anyways, so I was fine with it. Plus, it kept them occupied, so I didn't really care. I enjoyed meeting loads of new people in the game overall. There was another person who was one of the first people to join, and kept trying to give me tips. At first I was fine with it, because I appreciated the fact they wanted to help. But I didn't expect them to give me a new tip every 5 seconds. I don't think I used any of their tips, because I not only had a rough plan in mind, but most of them clearly wouldn't fit the theme of the map. I'm pretty sure they were just reading it from another tab, or saying them from a video they were watching. Speaking of tips and tricks videos, I'll definitely make one in the future. I know this video is coming out a day after my other one, but I'm not going to have an upload schedule. This is because having a strict upload schedule like upload daily is a one-way trip to getting burnt out. In order for making videos to be fun, I need to make them on my own accord and whenever I want to. But anyways, If you want any tips and tricks videos, be sure to like and subscribe, and comment other video ideas you have. Now back to the video. The YouTuber who visited my server was Beans. If you don't know Beans, I'd recommend you go and subscribe to them. They are really entertaining, and I was even friended by them. They looked around the map for a little while and thought it looked cool. Beans recently made a Doggy CFC of their own, so go check that out. Someone else who joined stayed in the game for ages. During my highest play account and during my lowest play account, he was always there. He was there until the server closed as well. He was pretty chill as well, and I also friended him. It was fun having him in the game, as he was a good person to talk to and good company. Now, let's talk about a meme of sorts that popped up in the server. In everyone's conversations, they were talking about who they wanted a CFC for. At first they were saying things like Giraffe or Mimi, but it quickly turned strange. One person said they wanted a CFC for Baron, the TSP member. Another said they wanted a CFC for the Angel skin. Don't worry, it gets weirder. The chill dude I was talking about earlier said how he wanted a CFC for some random car. It was at this point everyone had caught on and started saying things of their own. One person said they wanted one for a building, one for a plant, and one for penny spat. It was getting out of hand, as people were looking around the map for things to say about beds, safes, doors. Not even the lights were safe. I find it funny that so many people were trying to find things to say about. It got to a point where they ran out of things to say and started saying what people they wanted a CFC for. It lasted for a while and got old after a little bit. Despite that, people kept going. It was constantly, this player deserves a CFC. It was also, this object deserves a CFC. It got tiring, but eventually people got the message and stopped saying it constantly. One other thing that many people would do is ask to start the game. Every time, I'd need to say the same thing as a response. I would first point out that this was a watch me build, and I was mostly building, and would rarely start because of that. I would then say how I do start sometimes, but only when I need to test something. Most people would understand, but of course some just wouldn't back down. They would say that they will leave if I don't start, and when I wouldn't start, they still stayed, not saying a word. They would also say how they would like the map if I started, and I still wouldn't budge. But either way, I had loads of fun making the map, and appreciate everyone who played with me. It was really cool meeting new people and making new friends. I will definitely do things like that in my future maps. Now, on to the news about the true ending video. I have not forgotten, and that will most likely be my next video. Be sure not to miss out on that and any other future uploads by subscribing. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and goodbye.